All right. We are going to run into our post-race press conference here in following the Nascar Camping World Truck Series race at Talladega. We've now been joined by our race winner, Matt DiBenedetto, driver of the number 25 Chevrolet. Congratulations, Matt. It's great to see you. Tell us a little bit about those final laps, but really, what was that moment like when they notified you that you had been declared the winner?
Ooh, I think my heart rate was higher then. That was insane. I've never been in a situation like that, but my heart rate was about, I think, 200, the whole white flag, and then about the same, just waiting the whole time. Felt like we were sitting there for an hour, so that was crazy. I was pretty sure we got it, and we were just committed to staying on the bottom there at the end and pushing whatever line we were in and hoping that a gap opened up, and sure enough, it did. The seas kind of parted for us.
All right, we'll now take questions for Matt. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll get to as many questions as we can. If we have any questions in the press box, let us know. We'll try to get up there as well. And we'll start here to our left.
Hi, Matt. Nathan Buckley of MBS Speedway. In the Cup Series, you came oh so close so many times here. Today, you finally get it done in the Truck Series. Does coming that close in the Cup Series make this win even more special for you?
Yes, 100%. I was laughing earlier today, and I was like, goodness, we've come so close so many times at this track and been in position so many times. I was like, I feel like Talladega, of all places, owes me one, even more than Bristol or anywhere else, and it was so it made it all that much more sweet. Thank you.
All right, we'll go right here.
Right here.
Thank you.
Steven Toronto, CBS Sports. Matt, congratulations. Going off of that first question, you've been trying to win in a NASCAR National Series for so long, here, Bristol, anywhere. Just overall, is it as good now as you thought it would be?
Even better. The wait was well worth it, and I know this was God's perfect timing for it to work out, and this was our day, and it felt like it as well. This place was a good opportunity for us. We're a smaller team. We're going through some growing pains, and I knew this one was a great opportunity for us, especially as well as me and my spotter Doug Campbell work on these things, and as hard as we've studied for them. And so this one was extra sweet doing it at Talladega.
You mentioned talking to TV and then again Victory Lane. It's been an interesting past year for you, and you've I think you described it as being a reckless human being at times. What has gone through your mind after some things, some other things, and did you ever reach a point where you felt like, man, I blew it after leaving the Cup Series and coming down here to run trucks?
I've had an immense amount of life change, to say the least. Going from a state of everything in my life was crumbling on a personal front, a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, and it caused me to really dig deep and ask life questions that I hadn't before, and I got very vulnerable and very desperate, and it's just a kind of a testament to you never know what's going on in the social media world. Everybody's lives look all hunky-dory and great, and Matt's driving a Lamborghini, and he's got everything, life's great for him. No, that's not, life ain't about stuff and things and fame and glory. And so what I'm getting at is, the Lord truly saved my life, changed me, changed my heart, changed my ways, and I've had a lot to learn and a lot of maturing to do, and focusing on Him and what matters, and I owe it all to the Lord, and I'm so thankful to be here. And to answer your question, I wouldn't change anything. I'm so grateful for my path and being exactly where I'm supposed to be. Doesn't mean that path is a smooth flight, and for me, of all people, I'm so I've had to learn to not be so much of a bull in a china shop and be slow to speak, and I'm very grateful for how much I've been humbled. It was much needed, and I've been humbled a lot in life, and it's caused me to be much more vulnerable, and I'm very, very, very grateful to do what I do and to be in the position I am and to have had my life saved, my marriage saved, and to have been filled with a love that I didn't even know existed, to be truly honest with you. I was a very different person, and I'm just grateful for every second of the path that I've been on in the last year and a half, and I'm so thankful to be right here in the Truck Series and driving for this team.
Thanks, Matt. Way to go, buddy.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
DustinLovinoJC.com. Matt, kind of right off that, how has
Is the Truck Series, when you running it this year, has it been everything you thought it would be?
Man, I love the atmosphere. It brings me back to my Saturday night short track racing days. It's a completely different atmosphere than the Cup Series, and not that I'm not incredibly grateful for the Cup Series and driving for the Woods and all the awesome teams I drove for. This just feels like home to me. I love the old school racer kind of feel of the Truck Series. It's so different. And my team, our family, we are a family, and we keep growing together. And this came together kind of late, beginning of this year. And so we've gone through growing pains. So to answer your question, we've had a lot of ups and downs, and not a lot of things go our way, and lots of struggles and growing pains. And I've been like, man, it's hard not to get frustrated with some of that. But I've been grateful that I'm with this team, because there's zero doubt of the commitment of Curtis Sutton and Willie Allen and the team. That's why I made a home here, and I was so grateful they gave me the opportunity. And I was like, as long as you want me, I ain't going anywhere, because their dedication to growing this team is second to none, and working hard toward next year now that we committed to each other a little while back. Thank you.
All right, Bob. Go.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. As you're sitting there wondering what NASCAR is going to rule, are you concerned at all about going? You went below the yellow line to pass roads. I mean, obviously, what did you see there? Did you feel like you were forced down? And then did you have any idea whether you were the leader when the caution came out?
Yeah, I was pretty sure I was the leader. As far as the yellow line thing, no, I wasn't really concerned about that, because I didn't, whoever, I can't even remember which truck, was it the 98 truck? I think when he came down on my door, it sucked all the air off my door, and it immediately turned me sideways. So I got forced and basically turned sideways down the infield. These things are so aerosensitive. As soon as I got to him, he came down, clipped my right front, sucked all the air off my right side, and I was cranked to the right sideways, and that's why I spun out, was ultimately from that. So I did get forced down there, but I tried to just stay in the gas and keep it pointed as straight as I could to not crash, but ended up spinning. But I was pretty sure. I saw the lights come on, and I was pretty sure that I was about positive we were in the lead when they came on. Even though I was gathering it up, I saw the lights still. Man, I was like 98% sure. It's crazy. Even when I was wheeling it and I got forced down there and I'm sideways and gathering it up, I still was looking to see, because I'm like, line's coming. I saw the yellow lights on, and I took a quick glance and saw that we were ahead from my vantage point. So I was pretty darn sure. And then it made my heart rate go through the roof there, sitting and waiting.
All right, Dustin, and then we'll go. Do we have one in the back? Okay, and then I come up front. Thank you, guys. Go ahead.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. And Matt, this is not to point out how long it's been, but in one sense, was there anything you forgot about what winning was like after the drought and this experience? I know everything's going by so quickly right now, but is there anything that just kind of was different, or what's kind of flooding back through you right now with this?
Yeah, it's a good question. It was completely, and I know this may sound cliche, it was surreal. I was having trouble being like, okay, did this really happen? We're really here. I'm just being sure, because it's been so long, such a long time coming. We've been so close. The Cup Series, we finished every position from second to 40th and been leading on white flags and so close. Everybody knows the crazy stories, but I'm so grateful, because it led up to this moment, and I understand now. I think I had some bitterness in me about just like, how have we come that close that many times and so many heartbreaks and all that. Now I'm grateful for them, because it was part of my process of needing to be humbled in life. So I'm happy right where I'm at, and I'm really, really extra glad that I came at Talladega, because man, we've had extra super heartbreaks at this place, so it feels super good.
And obviously, your family's been with you for all this journey. Were they able to be here today, or have you had contact with them since winning?
I was a Lone Ranger today, unfortunately. My wife was watching from home. We just moved, so we've been crazy busy, and I wish she was able to be here. But I FaceTime her first thing. I'm nothing without my wife. My wife truly was a godsend and a blessing to me, and we've grown so close over last year, and I love her more than words can describe. So I'm so thankful for her, and my parents. The journey we've been on, there have been a lot of tears shed throughout the years, and it's all been so worth it. But my family picked up, and we moved across country, because we were crazy enough to pursue this racing thing, even though we ran out of money in 2007 and we had no idea what we were getting into. And thank the Lord, that naive nature ended up paying off. It doesn't always pay off, but it sure did for us. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead.
Christian Coley, kickingthetires.net. Matt, this is
Where
the
you at?
first. Right here.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is the first win for the Tennessee-based Rackley War team. Can you kind of comment on getting a victory for the Tennessee-based team?
It feels all that much more special, man, when you do it with a small team like this that's so committed. And this is only the sophomore year for this team too, and they are Curtis Sutton, who owns Rackley Roofing, and you see them on the truck week in and week out. Even though you see Rackley Roofing on the truck, every week, we're still seeking sponsorship and trying to grow this team. But that's just how committed they are to trying to do everything to front this deal and get the team rocking and rolling and moving forward. So it just makes it all that much more special doing it with a small team that committed to me, especially through like crazy times and so much unknown, and they were so patient with me and all the craziness. And to get the win for them, it's so much more special because we are a family, 100%. We are a family, and we've all grown so close. I mean, Curtis and I FaceTime each other, and Willie and I just love to sit and chit chat. It's like talking to family. It's not like working for a boss, and I love my race team.
All right. Come up front, please.
Matt, Donald Hopkins on thefrontstretch.com. I talked to you earlier this year at Daytona in February, and even before the season started, you said you felt like you were already having more fun in the Truck Series than you were in the Cup Series. I know, let's just forget about today for a second. Do you already feel like that's still true? Do you feel like you're still having more fun despite running for a midfield truck team and arguably still kind of struggling to compete for top 10s week in and week out?
Yeah, 100%. Let's take this win, aside even, and I would have told you even before the day started that, yeah, I'm very, very blessed and thankful to be where I'm at, driving in the Truck Series and driving for this team. Because, if you look back at my history, even my parents and my wife were like, this is just kind of your forte, I guess, driving for small teams and trying to, assemble the group and build a family environment. And, I'm nothing without the people around me. And knowing that we have good people that were super committed around me, it's just, it's what I love. It's what I enjoy doing. And also, I wouldn't have committed to the team if the reason I was so non-hesitant to commit to this team was because, I know a lot of people don't know Curtis and Willie, our team owners, personally, but I do. And when you talk to them, there is especially with their business and the family environment they do, and there is no halfway doing anything with Curtis and Willie and our race team. So I knew that there was going to be growing pains. I knew that to keep on elevating the team. But now, this came together late this year, and moving forward, looking to next year, we committed early, and so we are like on the track of really pushing hard, improving our race team, and working on big things to come for next year. Working on sponsorship. It's been awesome that this year is so much different, that we committed, so early for next year. And to just tell you the relationship that we do have, they called me, Curtis and Willie, and it was like, hey, you want to drive for next year? And I was like, absolutely, as long as you want me, I'm here. And that was our negotiations. That was it. One phone call and one sentence, because we trust each other completely.
And as a follow-up, when they had you stage with Brett Holmes on the front stretch, you said you were 98% sure that you won. But as the clock ticked, did you kind of feel a little bit more doubtful about maybe you didn't actually get the win? What was your thought while you were just sitting there?
Yeah, I was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe my vision or perception was off. I don't know. And then I started doubting myself, and then I was nervous. And then as soon as I'd hear the mic key up, I'd be like, oh, no, okay, still nothing. And then I hear the mic key up, and it's like, okay, no, still nothing. It felt like an hour sitting out there. So, but definitely worth it in the end. But goodness, that was a wild finish that the fans definitely deserved.
All right. I think, Justin, did you have a question in the back? Go ahead.
Yeah, Justin Schuler, Kicking the Tires. Matt, first off, congratulations. Obviously, you've wanted this for a long time, but now that you've checked this box, what's next?
Working on lots more race wins, having a good couple races to close out the season, and this was a blessing. We really, really desperately were digging deep to push hard to have some good, strong runs that we deserved to finish the year. I mean, you saw even at Bristol, we were fastest in practice. I mean, they've been working that hard, putting everything they got into it to try and bring us, a little faster trucks, and we bring a bullet there that could have won the race, and then we had, some troubles on pit road, which we've had excellent pit crew all year long. It was just a bad timing that happened, and we've had just some, a lot of learning curves, and we haven't had an engineer for a lot of the year, so it's been lots of growing pains. So we did get an engineer, Ben, who helped out and came on board. So it's all come together real late. Some of these things that we're trying to improve to get us some good runs, because we really needed this and some good showings, because we're working hard on. We want to be a championship contending team and elevate the team big time for next year and push real hard. So we really need, and we're trying to seek some more sponsorship, big time, and working on things. So we are all very all in, but we needed this 100%, and I'm so thankful. And we needed to close this year out strong for that.
And if I told Matty D that he was going to win a race this year back at Daytona, would you have believed that?
Ooh, I would have. I would have known it would have probably needed to come at a track that was maybe a little bit of an oddball, maybe not a mile and a half and some of those, because we don't have quite all the resources of the big teams, and we're on a little lesser funding. We're still growing. We're not there. We're not a Kyle Busch Motorsports, and everybody understands that. We're moving toward that direction 100%. But I did believe in my heart, I was like, I know that we can win. I know we can get a win. I thought maybe a Daytona, Talladega, not even only that, a Bristol, short track, something a little bit different, that we would have a shot to do it. So I'm thankful that we got to put our mine and Doug's little bit of wisdom to work here at Super Speedway Racing and try and race smart and treat it like a chess match.
Obviously a big win for your team based out of Tennessee. Correct? That's where
Yes,
the
yeah, out of
team's based
Centerville,
out. Okay,
Tennessee, yeah.
I was thinking that was correct. Just talk a little bit about what it means to get a win with them, but knowing that you're also not a race team that's located in, North Carolina area. They really are kind of on their own in Tennessee.
Yeah, man, it's like, it kind of reminds me when Parker won, at Mid-Ohio. It's so neat because we are a standalone team working out of little old Centerville, Tennessee. Our race shop is behind Willie Allen's family's home. So you drive down a gravel road and you're in a little race shop, which reminds me back of my late model days. But we've got really good people, and we've got obviously Rackley and all the group that's committed. But it makes it all that much more heartwarming and special because we are out of the norm. We're out in little old Centerville, Tennessee, making it happen.
All right. Well, congratulations again to you and the team as well. We hope you guys enjoy this one.
Thank you, guys.